Hello, everybody. A look at our top headlines this Friday evening. A homicide suspect was in court today. Shrimp testing reveals something fishy, and arrest made in the Montgomery shooting case. All of that and more is coming up on News 5 Now.
Brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Hey everybody, welcome in. Happy Friday, TGIF. My name is Summer Poole. I am the digital reporter here at WKRG. Welcome in if you're new here. Happy Friday. I know some of you guys are off probably because you work for state offices and stuff on Monday, so you get a longer weekend. So yeah, it's a great day. It's a great Friday. I'm glad to be here with you guys. I'm filling in for Akivia while she is on maternity leave. So you'll be seeing my face on Fridays for a little while. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into our big stories of the day. At number 5, a new Chick-fil-A is coming to Fairhope. Fairhope's first Chick-fil-A will be built in the Plantation Point Shopping Center where the old Ruby Tuesdays restaurant was, and demolition is already underway, clearing a spot for the new restaurant. Chick-fil-A rebuilt and reopened its Daphne location earlier this year. It's a favorite fast food stop for people in the Jubilee City. So Fairhope residents say they're more than ready for that new location to open. Some customers are already planning how often they'll go, and the goal is to welcome its first customers by the spring of 2026. Number 4, a woman from New York is in the Okaloosa County Jail facing a prostitution charge. 30-year-old Suping Wu was arrested yesterday after an undercover investigator says she offered to have sex with him in exchange for $300. The investigator says this all happened after he went into Classy Spa on Racetrack Road near Fort Walton Beach and requested a massage. Wu is being held without bond. Number 3, authorities have arrested a juvenile in connection with the shooting in downtown Montgomery last weekend that killed 2 and injured a dozen others. The shooting happened Saturday night in a popular area for bars and restaurants. Investigators say someone fired into the crowd and others returned fire. The juvenile is charged with 1 count of capital murder and 12 counts of assault. Police did not give his age, but said they expect to make more arrests. Number 2, several violations have been found in the on-site testing of shrimp at the National Shrimp Festival in Gulf Shores. 5 of the 18 vendors selling shrimp have been found to be in violation of the festival mandate that domestic shrimp be served. Each of the 5 vendors that have been flagged are now in compliance and selling domestic shrimp, not imported, but could still face fines. Random on-site testing will continue throughout the festival, and that festival ends on Sunday. And number 1, the suspect accused of dragging a man to his death remains in Metro Jail on a $500,000 bond. Jacob Cross appeared in court virtually for the first time since his arrest. WKRG News 5 spoke with Cross's wife after the hearing. She told us she's not surprised this happened. She told us he and his ex have been having an ongoing feud. They've been trying to separate their things and were fighting over a dog that was seen in the video. She didn't want her face shown and says she has sympathy for the victim's family. During Cross's bond hearing Friday, a homicide detective testified that Cross got into an argument with his ex-girlfriend, who was an employee at the Circle K gas station on Schillinger and Three Notch in Tillman's Corner. The detective says that when Sam Walker asked the woman if she was okay, the 2 men got into a fight. Mobile County District Attorney Keith Blackwood says Walker was trying to do the right thing and it got violent. Police say Cross hit Walker with his vehicle and drove home, but Walker was underneath the car the whole time. He died from blunt force trauma to his whole body. And that is a look at our top stories this Friday afternoon. All right, guys. Well, we're going to go ahead and get into our question of the day. Our question is, I love this question. Who are you honoring for National Breast Cancer Awareness Month? So let's see. Craig says he's a 9-year survivor. And men get it too. That is true. Men get it too. Cecilia says her niece died at 30, leaving behind 2 young children. Elise says her younger sister, Ashley, she passed away 2 months ago after battling metastatic breast cancer for 8 years. Wow. Stephanie, she says she's had breast cancer, stage 4 breast cancer. Her mom, Barbara, died from colon cancer. Her aunt died from non-Hodgkin's. Another aunt died from non-Hodgkin's. And then a third aunt died from breast cancer. Wow. Diane says herself, she's a 6-year survivor. Her 2 sisters have passed away from breast cancer. That's crazy. It's crazy that cancer can just do that to a family. Like, it can just spread, like, I guess, genetically through a family. That's just heartbreaking to lose so many people. Connie says her sister, Christine, she's a triple negative survivor. Look how happy she is. I love this picture. She's just so happy. And I'm so happy for her that she gets to see another day. Yolanda says herself and her mother and all the survivors. Elna says she had breast cancer in 2013. Octavia says she's honoring her friend, her sister, Tay Moody. I get it. You know, you have those friends that they're your best friends, but they're more like sisters. I get that. Look at them. I love seeing all these pictures of just all these happy people. Susan said her 35-year-old daughter, Jessica, is a nurse and just found out. Sandy says her maternal grandmother. Heather says her mom, 2 aunts, a cousin, 2 great aunts, grandmother, and herself. That is crazy. Well, I will say I'm praying for all of you out there with breast cancer. If you've had family members that have had breast cancer, I know how hard it can be losing a loved one, so I will be praying for all you guys. Sorry, getting a little emotional there. Okay, if you want to see all of these comments on our question, you can go to our Facebook page if you're not already there, and you can find this post and read through all of these comments. All right, our poll of the day. Let's get into that. Our poll is, what are your thoughts on Turning Point USA hosting a rival halftime show? This is the halftime show, I think the biggest halftime show of the year. I'm not going to say what it is, but you guys can get a hint. All right, so 57% of you say you'll be tuning in to the Turning Point's rival halftime show. 42.5% of you voted no thanks. You're not going to be tuning in. You'll probably be watching the actual game's halftime show with Bad Bunny. And 0.5% of you have no opinion. All right, guys. So I got to give you a little bit of homework before we go. So you're going to want to go to our Facebook page if you're not already there. I know most of you are watching on Facebook. There are some that are watching on the website. So if you want to take part in or be a part of News 5 Now with us, go to our Facebook page where you can find the next question and poll of the day. Our next question is, who would you nominate for the Nobel Peace Prize? Our Facebook poll, can you tell the difference in taste between local and imported shrimp? All right, guys, we want to know what you have to think. So go comment on our question. Go give us your answer on the poll. Vote in the poll. And we will see you right back here Monday morning at 8:05, Monday afternoon at 12:35, and Monday evening at 5:35. Until then, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you back then. Bye, guys.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers.
In the courtroom, the judge knows best, and this judge does too. If you've been hurt in a wreck, you need a law firm that knows the system and how it works. I'm attorney David Green. Call or come by anytime. You never need an appointment.